Closing is always easy when you're in Cardone U. We role play with Grand Cardone's team. They know just what to do. They're always there to support us. We couldn't ask for more. On our way in the right direction, we found what we're looking for. In FLC, in FLC. Closing is better with appointment setters. You'd better believe we're not a team but a family. We work together in harmony. We are devoted, on that you can quote me, in FLC. We welcome the newbies gladly. We know there's so much to learn. We've got your back for a lifetime. There's no need for concern. Just look at the world around you. There's deals to close everywhere. And if you face an objection, what would Jabari say? In FLC, in FLC, objections are easy. If you don't believe me, I have to agree. We can role play at any time. To disagree, that is a crime. We're practicing to get the cha-chings in FLC, in FLC. Since we started training, our leads ain't complaining. They're so happy. We get to role play with Big Brother Dave. We've got Coach Sean, the best coach ever born, in FLC. All of our closers, they keep their composure. 10x is the goal, Uncle G, well he knows. We've got the spirit, and you've got to hear it. We're FLC.
Hello everyone. We are back. Whoa, I can hear my own voice replaying back to me. That was cool. Anyway, hello, we are back for another. Yeah, that was I did not want to hear that. For another Sunday Hangout, part 4 of our How to Stay Motivated topic. We've got lots more to share with you guys. And today, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but we have a very special guest, a new member in the FLC team. Would you like to introduce yourself quickly?
Of course. Nice to meet you all. My name is Amauri. I'm from Colombia, and I'm currently living in Spain. And I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, ladies, for inviting me.
Thank you so much for being here. We're very excited. So everyone, give some love in the chat, whether you're live or the replay. And apart from that, should we get straight into it?
First of all, we have to say hi to Chabaria. She's saying, hello, amazing Misty Gonzalez, Josie Humphreys, and Marikova. Hi, Chabaria. We love you. Anyway, yes. And Josie froze. You're back. And you froze again. There you go.
I keep freezing. Just carry on without me.
Yeah.
Carry on without me.
You can jump in when you unfreeze. So where we left off last week was never, never, never compare yourself to money. And I had questions about that one because I didn't really understand it. So we asked, Josie and I asked Seb and Chubaria, and they both said that they pretty much think we're thinking too much into it, that it's pretty much everybody should know they have more value than something monetary like money, or than inanimate objects. So I think we're going to go with that. I think that people should already know. If you don't, you need to know. You are more valuable than money is. Money is, although we put a monetary value, some kind of value to money, when it comes right down to it, it's paper. And you as a human being are much more valuable than that, than a piece of paper. So let's just leave it at that, unless Amara, you have something else to say about that, you or Josie. have anything else to add to that?
Yes, of course. Thank you. I would say when you start comparing yourself to things or other people, then you lose somehow your inner value because you're unique, you know? So it's good to compare yourself in a way like, okay, I want to be as good at as that person. Maybe if you have a role model in your life, but until, you know, certain limits, you know? So there's always good and bad, but I would say stay to, you know, true to yourself, and that's the way, I guess.
That's awesome.
100%.
So the next one was never lower your target mentally. So I think if we just take off the mentally and never lower your target, and what Grant Cardone talks about this is when you set your goal, he says, okay, say we want to make an extra $100 a month, right? Well, Grant Cardone says 10x that. So aim higher than what your goal you're thinking of. Aim higher than that. And then never lower it from that 10x, from that amount. Because what you're doing is you're setting your goals too low. You're setting your expectations too low. You're not going to reach for the best. So why settle for, hey, I'm doing great, when you can do, I'm doing absolutely phenomenal. I'm skyrocketing. I'm kicking behind out, you know. And even if you can't reach that high goal, you setting that goal and you aiming for that, 9 times out of 10, you're going to hit higher than what your original goal would have been. So there's no failure there. There's always progression. So always aim higher and never lower your goal. You guys have anything else to add?
That's definitely something I used to be guilty of doing. I would set this goal, and if I couldn't hit it in the time I gave myself to hit it, which, by the way, the universe will always give you a better timing than yourself. So I would get so demoralized and demotivated that I would be like, oh, well, clearly I can't hit it, so let me lower it to this, and then I can hit it and feel good. But I was so wrong for that. Like, I need to keep my goals up there, and if anything, put them higher, because then I'm going to put in the work, put in the load to be able to reach that higher goal. And I'm going to reach that other goal I set for myself along the way, if that makes sense.
It does.
Absolutely.
Did I freeze? Oh, good.
We're here. Something comes up into my mind. I remember when I started, practicing track and field, and I remember our coach used to say, like, you have to reach the end point. You know, when you were about to go in the race, and you know that you have this battle against your own mind, and it's like, and your body is telling you, we cannot do it. Like, we need to stop. There is a point that you're like trying to breathe and trying to, complete the race. But his advice was, you have to complete it no matter what. But, that doesn't come just in the first go. You have to do it once again and again and again. And then it's going to be more easy for you to reach that end point. So it doesn't matter. You have that target, and then you know what is the goal. And maybe at once you will fail, but then you will learn and you will know how to do it in the second, and maybe in the third go, you will do it,
Yeah,
exactly. I like what sorry, just one quick thing. Big Brother Dave, someone that we train with, says the first time you do something new, you can't fail. There is no failing the first time you try something, and then after that you might fail, but the lesson will come with that, so it's okay. Moral is, it's okay to aim high and fail rather than aim low and play it safe.
Yeah. Well, and then the fact that I know you guys keep saying fail, and in our eyes, we're conditioned to think failure is a negative, right? And it's not. Failure is a chance to learn a new lesson and a chance to grow. So there really is no such thing as failure, because it's, even though you may not have reached your goal, you're learning something else important that you needed to know in order to reach that goal. So I had to throw that out there.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%.
Okay, the next one is make sure the whole world knows you. So basically, I'm going to keep going back to this because we have a lot of new people coming in to the Smile group and into FLC, and they're so worried about going live, right? Or doing videos and posting those. Just do it. Grant Cardone says make 1,000 bad videos and post them, because what's going to happen is people are going to learn who you are. It builds trust. They're going to see that you're authentic, which also builds trust, right? They're going to get to know you because people buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. So when you're doing the 1,000 videos, they're horrible videos, quit trying to be perfect. Just do it. And with that, you not only build the trust with other people and they see that you're authentic, but also you're getting better at what you're doing. So the lessons and the practice, and how they say practice makes perfect. I know we don't want to say it that way, but in practice makes progression. So you're progressing that entire time. And so you want to go out there and just do it. It doesn't matter how long the video is or how bad it is. Like Chabaria says, no lippy, no trimmy, just do it. Right?
Yeah. You know how awkward my very first quite a few live videos were? And if you want to go back and watch them, they're probably around 2020 February area. So bad. And I knew it at the time. Like, I knew they weren't great, but it's like anything. You just have to make that first step. Just press that live button. Even if you're like, hi, I'm Josie, nice to meet you, bye, and you end it. And I know I really struggled. My heart was like this when I first went live, and I was shaking. And I know Jabari went through the same thing. But it really does get easier. Yeah, did you?
I think so. I think like my first or second one, I cried.
Well, it shows you're human. Like, it's okay. Anything can happen in your lives. It's a live video. Like, things are going to happen, but it really does get easier, and it gets fun. Actually, like, it does. So, and look at us now.
I know, right? What was your first video, Amaury?
Actually, I think I've been really used to use, live videos and everything with social media. So I don't really struggle going live. But there was a moment in my life, like a few months ago, I was like struggling. I wasn't posting. I wasn't really getting along with social media. And then I found myself again, comparing myself to other people. And I felt like, okay, maybe I'm not good enough. I should stop posting. Like, I should, just maybe I will quit social media and I will focus on the real life, so to speak. But then I was like, no, I mean, this is fun. This is something that I really have enjoyed. And I will continue doing it. So when I see your videos, like, I really feel motivated. Like, wow, it's amazing. And also from the newies in FLC, it's just wonderful. I just love it.
It's amazing, isn't it, to see somebody else come on and then you're watching them grow throughout the time. I always like that because I've said this before. I use my videos, even Snapchat. People are like, Snapchat is a cheating app. I guess so, if that's what you're going to use it for. I use it for the filters. I like the filters on it. I know there's other filter apps out there, but for some reason, Snapchat seems easier to me, and I just like the filters better. So that's what I use it for. But it's just, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
I guess there is something that is going on, like some people criticize social media, but when you see it, you have two ways of seeing social media, right? You can use it for your personal stuff, connecting with friends, but then if you use it for your business goals, then it's something different,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's up to you whether you want to use it for this or the other things, it's.
Oh, that's what I was saying. I use my Snapchat because I have all the pictures I've ever taken and videos on there. So I use that as kind of like a yearbook or a timeline. So I can go back and see how much I've changed, because within the last 4 years, I have changed so much. It's incredible. I used to be 4 years ago, I was 430 pounds, 440 or something, like 340 pounds. I don't know. I added 100 pounds just for good luck. But to see how much I've changed between then and now is incredible. And then the growth, even emotionally and mentally, is awesome. Hi, Mel.
Hello.
Mel, we're talking about make sure the whole world knows who you are. Do you have any comments on that?
Dominate.
Go beast mode.
Yeah. Mel is the
Did you freeze
master of beast mode.
Yeah.
Did I?
No, I think I was wondering if Mel did. He's so still. It's like, are you there? Can you hear us, Mel?
Why he's connecting, I'm sure people know, but this is Mel, another person on the FLC team, and he can only stay for a few minutes because he's got a demo, because we're all about the sales, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we might just have him very still for a few minutes.
That's okay. See, that's another example of letting people know you exist, because Grant Cardone says you want to be on people's mind. So even if they get mad at you and they're cussing at you and they're like, they're thinking of you, at least they're thinking of you. And that's what matters, right? That's what you want. You want somebody to think of you first.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think.
Huh?
Yeah, I think it's all about, showing up. You have to show up for yourself and for your goals. So.
Yeah.
100%.
So Mel says he's lagging really bad. So I don't know if he'll be able to do much on here, but at least he's on, and that's important.
At least the space is here.
Yes, at least he's here. Dominate your space and don't compete in it.
And don't compete. What?
It says dominate your space, don't compete in it.
Okay.
Sorry, Chavaria in the chat's making me laugh with Mel is gracing you with his silent presence.
Right? He's just
sorry, carry on.
In there.
Anyway, sorry, Amari.
No, that's okay. Yeah, dominate your space. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I would
dominate your space, don't compete in it.
Yeah, I love that. That makes me think of when Grant Cardone says be an octopus. So you want to be everywhere. Be on all the social media platforms, be on call, texting, emailing, but it doesn't mean that you, like he says, you don't have to compete with anyone in the space. You just do your own thing. But be an octopus, be everywhere, dominate, but don't have that competitive, like, I need to win. You can have that with yourself, but I don't think it serves you or anyone around you to like have that in your space, if that makes sense.
I kind of think it goes back to perception when you're going to talk about don't compete in it. Because like Seb says, I'm not competitive, but I like to win. And it's not like he's trying to necessarily beat other people, but like you were saying, he's trying to beat maybe something he did in the past. So if he's already set a goal and he beat that, now he's trying to, he reached that goal. Now he's trying to beat that and do something more. So I think if you're going to compete with, like you said, yourself and set yourself up to kind of compete into what you've done in the past, I think that's okay. And I think that's healthy. But I think I think it like goes down to perception, because I don't think you should be competing with other people, because like they say, there's enough how many people are on the planet? There's enough for everybody to go around.
8 billion already.
Yes, yes, there's enough people to go around. We can all talk to them. It's just, Mel, anytime you want to say something while you're not lagging too much, just jump in. We'll listen.
Just interrupt. It's fine.
Yes, it's fine.
But something it also makes me think of, I'm hesitation because Mel's unmuted. Go on. Maybe not.
No, Josie and Mel are frozen.
Okay.
That's okay. Josie
Right, I think I froze now.
I think Mel is.
This is
Mel's
the
rolling at the what is that? The statue challenge. Huh?
Yes, Mel, we can hear you.
We can hear you, Mel. Go for it.
Okay. But you guys are lagging really badly, and every time I speak. Okay. Awesome. So going back to what Misty said, I think it depends on how you look at competition. The way I look at it is, can you guys still hear me?
Last thing I heard was the way I look at it is, and that was it.
Yeah, me too. What he's saying is true so far, though.
If you type it in the chat, we'll say it out for you if that's the way you want to do it. Because what you do have to say is important. We do want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, Mel is a guru in our midst.
Yeah. He's been told by several people, right?
Well, he has. While he's loading, it makes me think of something that with competition comes comparison. I feel like if you're competing against someone, you're comparing yourself to them, and comparison is the thief of joy. Something I heard actually at the gym, but I think it's valid everywhere. And Mel's back, so do you want to try again, Mel? If not, you can type it.
He said he'll try again to join again next week early.
Okay.
So thank you, Mel.
Thanks for being here anyway.
Woo! So excited. Got this. Beast in the house.
Short but sweet.
Yep. It's important. You know, the important thing is he's trying to get on with us. And I think that's amazing because everybody that's in the core family, well, in the world, but in our core family, what they have is very important. What they have to say and what they have, the energy and everything that they have to give to other people is very important. And it needs to be heard and it needs to be seen. And people need to know that we're here. And if we're not willing to show up and put our faces out there, they're not going to know and they're not going to, feel comfortable with us. And that's what we want. We want because we want it to be a family, the group to be a family, then we need to show up as a family and be able to say, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. And I'm here for you whenever you have any questions or anything. So I think it's amazing that it may have not worked out this time, but that's okay because he can do it next time. And over time, we'll just get better at it and things will work out. So the important part is try it, right?
Yeah, that was a lesson. So thank you, Mel. He did that on purpose, didn't he?
That's great.
Okay. The next one is make the news, don't watch it. Because the news can be so negative. You don't want to watch negativity. You don't want to surround yourself with negativity. So make the news.
100%. I feel like everyone in the core family will agree with this. And I know I was speaking with you, Amari, about this in our virtual office we have for FLC. So I know that
I just need to get up at midnight and get on there with you guys. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah,
please.
But, I know that
sleeps for the week, right?
No, you have to sleep. We hold Chabaria accountable, so we're going to hold you accountable too. Going back to that, it's so true. Like, don't watch the news. It does nothing for you. It adds nothing positive. If you need to know something, you'll know it, like, through people. You don't need to have this bad vibe 24/7 every morning. I think I've frozen, so you guys take over.
No, you didn't. You didn't freeze.
Did I not? Oh, okay. You guys keep freezing, so I assume that I do.
No.
I just had this amazing idea.
What?
Because we want to make news, not watch it. It's kind of what we do already, and what Shabaria is really good at is announcing on the group when somebody new comes in, and when they're doing their wins. If we did like almost like a newsletter type, or a headline, or like a little newspaper type thing or article, and did something like that, laying out everybody's wins, and then new people coming in, that would be, I guess we kind of already do that in so many different posts, but I was thinking if we did it all in one, you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know.
That would be cool.
Like a newspaper, but maybe every month.
Yeah.
A subscription.
Absolutely.
But because we're global, it'd have to be all in the group. So it'd have to be a digital subscription. Digital.
Yeah.
Anyway.
FLC week.
Yeah. I don't know if you had anything to add to that, Amari, to the make the news, don't watch it.
Yeah. I'm a fan of that. I don't watch news. I was telling Lucy, like, I just stopped. Actually, right after I, came to Europe 4 years ago, because in Colombia we are like every single morning we just turn on the TV just to wake up in your, morning routine, having breakfast, and then you just listen. You're bombed with all of these bad things, and then your day, it's just starting negatively and you don't even notice. And I stopped, and I really love that part, like when Shivaria, and the team were, helping the people, hey, go live and tell us your great wins, because in that way we are also learning from you and getting that positive vibe. So we are kind of like not eating, but nurturing ourselves from that energy. So I guess it's all about switching the mindset and trying to change the old habits.
You know what I did? I started doing, because I don't watch the news either. In fact, I have a TV, but I don't have cable. If I watch anything, it's streaming, like YouTube or maybe Netflix or something. But what I started doing is, because I grew up like you did, where we always get up in the morning, turn on the TV. And that was more for the background noise, just to have noise in the house. Exactly. And so what I started doing is I started either always having it on YouTube on Master Shreya Krishna's channel, or meditation music or something else that's going to give me those positivity vibes. So I started doing a, what do you call it? A list. You know how you can do your own playlist on there. Yeah. I just started everything I liked and I really loved. I'll just go into the playlist and play it, let it play out all day long. I'll even sleep to it. So it's like, that's all I'm getting. So I quit getting all the news and all the negative stuff. So if I get the news or negative stuff, it's usually because I'm at somebody else's house and they're not in the same path as I am. So it's like, that's what I started doing, which helps. Really, really bumps up those vibes.
100%. It's crazy how much it, like, subliminally you pick up things. So yeah.
Yeah, your subconscious is like grabbing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's one that Shushmita would love. Be a celebrity in your own space.
Ooh.
This makes me think of Shushmita so much.
Whoa. Shushmita is always a celebrity, is what I was trying to say.
Oh, yes. You know, and I think this is, I like this one because we want to feel really good about ourselves and confident, and we want to be able to show people and let that show to other people and just kind of shine. And I think for me, I worry about being overconfident where I end up being cocky, and learning to know where that line is. Because sometimes we get so caught up in trying to be or prove ourselves to other people that we lose where that line is, and we're like, you know, I'm better than you, whether we mean to do it or not. But I really like the become a celebrity in your own space. So it's in your space and not trying to force other people to think, hey, you are, right? And if I'm wrong on any of that, you guys feel free to jump in and tell me.
No, I agree. Yeah. What do you think, Ari?
Well, I think for some people it's really easy, but for others it's like they really struggle with this, especially when you are showing your true self. Some people are so angry with themselves because they are not succeeding and they are not doing it. So they maybe complain and they criticize whatever you're doing, which feels so good, you know, with you yourself. And we have to be really strong to be. I actually listened today something like from Oprah, and she was saying like you have to be. I don't know the word, but
unapologetically.
Yes, you like 100%. Like I guess that's the real goal in our lives, to be 100% ourselves, and don't feel bad if someone doesn't like it. It's not your problem, it's in themselves, you know. It's something that they have to figure it out, they have to work on. But if you're happy with the things that you're doing, and if you're the star, the you know, then just do it, let it be. It's how you feel, and it's, I mean, you're not hurting anyone on purpose. So I think that's something that we have to learn, and otherwise we will be all the time pleasing everyone, you know, being someone that we are not. And yeah.
Get some big, new, juicy problems. Josie. I thought you froze and then you blinked. Like Josie.
We're like,
she got so excited she froze.
No, yes, she's.
She did. But yeah, get some big, juicy new problems. This is Grant Cardone says he likes new problems. He's like, yes, bring it on. Because of the fact that, again, when you're having those new problems, you're learning. It's a learning experience. It's okay, this is what's going on. This is how this happened. And what can I change to make this better, right? So having those new problems can be a positive thing. It's just in your mindset. Most of this that is in your mindset depends on how you're going to think about things and your perception and how you're going to take it in and use it. So that's my take on it. What do you guys think?
Go on, Josie.
Go ahead.
So this whole thing, can you guys hear me, by the way?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. This whole thing has been lagging since about halfway through Amari speaking on the last topic, so I'm a bit lost, but I love new problems. New problems mean that you're growing. I don't know what topic we're on, but I'm just going
That's
from
it.
Misty's point.
That's the topic
Okay.
we're on. You're good.
You're not, new problems and new challenges mean you're in a new place of your life, and that's exciting because it means you're growing. So you're going to have bigger problems, and once you solve them and accomplish them, you're going to have even bigger problems, and that's really exciting. So congratulations if you're having problems. Never thought I'd say that, but yeah, it's a sign of growth. We're over and out before I start lagging again.
Did you have anything to add, Amari?
Yeah, I have to say that I don't know. Sometimes I feel like problems are like proof or tests from, you know, your destiny or God or whatever we wanted to call it. But those problems are so much needed. Like there is no other way. That's the only way, you know. You cannot go like pretending to be, you know, in paradise already. You have to struggle. You have to, your soul, your spirit needs that, you know. And for me, it's been personally like coming from Colombia, you know, South America, and then living in Europe. It's like, wow. For me, it was like, okay, I came to Europe. I made, you know, my dream come true. That's the end. Now everything is going to be perfect. And well, guess it was not like that. So every single day I have something new, not big problems, but yeah, sometimes yes. And I understand that that's the only way, and I actually enjoy solving them. So
Yeah, it can be a lot of fun having new problems. I find myself getting excited now when I get a new problem. It's like, yes, another learning thing, another learning experience. So the next one is
For sure.
Be so big in your space, everybody's talking about you. And Grant Cardone says, you want people, you want to be, you know, like, I hate using this expression because I think wrong. But he says you want to be a super freak when it comes to doing business, right? Be a super freak. Just be so crazy that you have people looking at you telling you, you need to slow down. You're nuts. You're just crazy. But that's what you want, because what you're doing is setting yourself up now. When you're doing that, you're setting yourself up for success. Because if you're going to be like some of us who like to procrastinate, and it's just going to take your successes, you're putting your success off, and it's going to take longer. So if you're going to be a super freak now, because we've said this before and we've heard it, I think Amari, you've heard it before too. 6 months of super focus. If you focus, if you have super focus for 6 months, can put you 5 years ahead in life, right? And you have what it takes. You just have to start. So think of it that way. You might be, people are calling you a super freak and you're crazy and you're, you know, you're nuts and you need to slow down. Why? I'm setting myself up for at least 5 years ahead in my life. That's where I want to be. That's what I want to do. So, and like the sign back there says, I'm going to do what, I'm going to do today what others won't, so I can do what others can't. So for me, I like this because we want people thinking of us. And if we're being so crazy and doing so much in our own space, they're going to be like, that person's working really hard. Let me go check out what they're doing. You know what I mean? And when they think of, say like FLC, we talk to people all the time. And we want to be in there, not in a negative way, but we want to be so much in their face saying, hey, I'm here to help. Give me your problems. Let me help you solve this. Let me see what we can do. And so when it comes to business, we want them to think of us first, right? We want them to say, because we've had, I don't know how many people we've had say, let me contact this person because they're everywhere. They're in all of my social media. they're all over my stuff. Let me just find out what they want, right? So it's like we want to be that in their face that they think of us first when they need help with anything. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
I feel like I'm just talking and nothing's coming out.
It does.
Can you hear me? Am I coming through?
Yes,
we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to talk, but it totally does. And that's the saying, all press is good press. It's kind of like that, like people talking about you is a good thing, and the bigger you get, you are gonna get hate, and you are gonna get those rude people as well. We've all experienced it. But like it's not a bad thing. And coming back to your like earlier point, I think we live in a time and like a society where doing the bare minimum in your job is the normal, because that comes from working a 9 to 5 and having this salary, right? So doing the bare minimum is considered like the normal thing to do, and if you're doing over and above, people are like, what are you doing? But I can't remember who said it. Someone in the Cardone team said that once people started telling them they were doing too much, that's when they knew they hit doing enough, and they just need to carry on going. So it's so powerful to just increase your productivity. Yeah.
I think we've heard several people say that in the Cardone, with the Cardone team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And it's so true. Like you're seen as crazy, but who's really crazy? The people doing bare minimum their whole life, or the people that are reaching for their goals in the quickest way they can. So I know which one I'd prefer.
Yeah. I guess in this society, we usually end up doing or working in places that we don't really want to, and whenever we are in our comfort zone, then we are just too afraid to, doing something different, because somebody will tell you, no, don't do that. You're going to lose your job. What are you going to do then? It's too risky. Don't do it. You're going to lose everything. And then we're just, stuck for the rest of our lives. So I think being brave and just showing up in your social media, being there, posting, doing your own thing, learning, and even when we were speaking about comparisons, when you compare to a bigger brand, for example, you can not copy but innovate. What's working out there, just take it and do it in your own way, and create your own path to success. So
model success.
Yeah, definitely. So I think this next one, I think we'll leave off on it. Well, obviously I'll say what it is, and then everybody can give their opinions and what they want, their comments. But because we're coming up to 45 minutes already, which goes by really fast when you're having fun.
Yes.
So this one, I think we ask about every day, and it's very important, is write down your goals every day. Now, Grant Cardone says he does it when he wakes up in the morning and before he goes to bed at night. So he does it twice a day, which I think is very powerful. I have mine. You can't see it right there. Right there. Mine's right there on the wall. I add to it. I even have another one over here with my manifestations. I've got a great big notebook by my bed. I've got one of the Cardone 10X notebooks.
Amazing.
So it's like I have even little notebooks I carry with me in the car. So if I ever think of something, I write it down. So
I'm gonna start doing that, girl. I only have I write down my goals, but I started it like just a few weeks ago. I used to do it in Colombia when I was in Colombia, because as I told you, my dream was to come to Europe, and then I saw myself, okay, I need to set new goals. what am I going to do now? So I recently started to write down again, but I'm going to buy something, because I have just a piece of paper and then I just write down whatever I feel like. And yeah.
Yeah. That's what for me, I'm so good at procrastinating and putting things off. And I want to surround myself with all that motivation and my goals and my dreams and everything, so I can just really focus on that. So I put stuff all over my house. I've got sayings everywhere, like "Success is your duty." I've got "Ready to build my empire." Don't wish for it, work for it. I got stuff everywhere.
Amazing.
So because I'm not disciplined at stuff and I'm so good at procrastinating, I have to surround myself with my goals and my dreams, and it helps us stay motivated when we have our whys really around us and in our face all the time, right? So I think it's really important to do this one. Sorry, I was reading Mel's typing in the chat, and I was kind of reading that too. I was like, okay. So yeah, that's for me. That's what I have to do, because it helps keep me motivated, and that's what we want. That's what these are for, is to help us stay motivated. So if we're writing down our goals every morning, then it sets us up for that. Okay, this is what I'm going for today. This is what I'm aiming for today. And remember, every small step or action leads to big momentum, right?
Yes.
So writing it down, whether it be a big goal or a small goal, once, twice, I don't care if you write it down all day long. The important thing is to write it down, have it in your face, have it in your memory every day, and just take the action towards it.
It's such a powerful habit to have. And so what they say, the clearer the goal and the clearer the intention, the clearer the path is of how to get there. So by doing this every day, you have this really clear image of what you're working towards and where you're going to, and you're constantly reminded of your why, which I love. Every time I'm struggling to find motivation or discipline, I just remind myself, why am I doing this? So it's such a powerful thing to do. And of course, doing it even just once is really powerful, but it is something that you'll only really see and reap the benefits from if it's a habit. You do it every day, and the same time every day, the morning, even better twice a day when you wake up before you go to sleep, but it does need to become a habit. So yeah, I love this one.
Yeah, I have to get back in the habit of doing it. I would do it in the morning, and then I would do it write my goals down at night, and then I would have the YouTube video of affirmations playing at night. It would be really low that I could hear it, but it wasn't so loud that it's disturbing me from sleeping. So I would be getting the affirmations plus having my goals, and that really, it changes your vibration, and it changes your way of thinking and your motivation. And you're just like, okay, some nights I needed that, because I was getting up ungodly hours to be able to be on the meetings and be able to function throughout the day. And it's like, I really needed that. It's really powerful.
Yeah, 100%. And another point before we quickly wrap up, what I love is in our space on the FLC team, at the end of the day, we fill out these forms, reports that Seb designed, and I love the questions he asks us. So anyone doing this by yourself right now, at the end of the day, just ask yourself, so analyze how you did that day. Did you get enough sleep? Did you fuel your body correctly? Did you drink enough water? Did you write down your goals? Am I forgetting anything? Just like stuff to check back in at the end of the day. So I think that's a really good habit to get into as well.
Yeah. I can write everything down, and then in the morning I'm like, oh, I'll do it later. I have to start forcing myself to do it again. So write your goals down, drink enough water, exercise, eat healthy. Yes. Because those things really make a difference. They make a huge difference. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Amaury, do you have something to say? Do you wanted to add that I keep cutting you off?
No, that's okay. I completely agree with you, girls. Whenever I'm trying to write down the intentions, I try to meditate just to set the energy around, and I feel like it's more powerful. I know that for some people, they are not very much into meditation, but for me, it really works. I feel like I just put all the energy on the things that I really want. And I don't know, I'm very like with this energy stuff, and I feel like, okay, it's so powerful. Like it's coming out of my heart, and I feel like the next day some things are happening, good things, news, people are coming up, telling me good things, beautiful things. And for me, it's like, wow, it's changing, really.
I love that. I love that.
Hi, can you hear us, Mel?
Oh, you're back. See, here's another lesson. It's okay to have no shows and come back.
Yes.
Can you hear us, Mel? Still lagging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he always works. Really well.
We're really vibrating too high. He can't. His internet can't handle it. And Josie's is even being affected.
Mine, yeah. You guys are just too powerful for my computer. It can't handle it. It needs these breaks. Like it actually does. You guys keep going back and like it's loading because you guys are just too powerful.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm just letting Mel know that. Yeah,
okay.
That, we're wrapping up, so we'll get him on next week.
Amazing. Well, I loved this topic. I always love this topic. I hope people were taking notes. And thank you. I think I'm frozen. Thank you so much, Amaury, for being here with us. And Misty, would you like to take over wrapping up because my computer is slow?
I think it's fun watching you freeze. Like, okay, Amaury. Sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, Amaury, thank you for being on with us. I have misty moments, so I forget everything.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you for having me tonight.
We would love to have you on again anytime you would like to and you're available.
Yes, absolutely.
So please feel free to let us know whenever you want to be on again. Even if it's every week, we're fine with that.
Sure. I love it.
Are you back, Mel?
I think here.
Nope. Okay. It's all good. Well, guys, it's already been 54, almost 55 minutes. So we're going to wrap it up. Are you guys ready for the song? We're going to play the song again. Yes. So here we go. Dun, 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 if I got to bring it back up.
I heard like 20% of that, but yeah.
It's all good. You can catch it on the replay.
I will. Well, thank you so much, everyone, and thank you so much, Amari, and thank you, Misty, and thank you, Jabaria, thank you, Mel, and
Thank you,
we'll
all
see
of
you next Sunday.
Closing is always easy when you're in Cardone U. We role play with Grant Cardone's team. They know just what to do. They're always there to support us. We couldn't ask for more. On our way in the right direction, we found what we're looking for. In FLC, in FLC. Closing is better with appointment setters. You'd better believe we're not a team but a family. We work together in harmony. We are devoted, and that you can quote me in FLC. We welcome the newbies gladly. We know there's so much to learn. We've got your back for a lifetime. There's no need for concern. Just look at the world around you. There's deals to close everywhere. And if you face an objection, what would Jabari say? In FLC, in FLC, objections are easy. If you don't believe me, I have to agree. We can role play at any time. To disagree, that is a crime. We're practicing to get the cha-chings in FLC. In FLC. Since we started training, our leads ain't complaining. They're so happy. We get to role play with Big Brother Dave. We've got Coach Sean, the best coach ever born in FLC. All of our closers, they keep their composure. 10X is the goal. Uncle G, well, he knows we've got the spirit, and you've got to hear it. We're FLC.